Hi guys, Arisa Dia here, and I'm back with kind of like a special, just kind of fun video. I'm going to be doing my top 10 K-pop songs of 2019. I did this last year as well, and I thought it was kind of fun because it's something that I do with my friends, so I thought that I'd share it with you guys as well. Unlike my friends, I did set rules for myself just because there are just a ton of songs that I listen to throughout the year, and it just gets to be too many. So I created, just for the sake of this video, just a couple of rules to kind of like help narrow down the list of the songs. So I have 3 rules. Only title tracks. Just because as much as I love B-sides, and sometimes I love B-sides more than I love title tracks, there's just way too many B-sides to listen to. The second rule is only official comebacks, so I won't be reacting to like any mixtapes or like EPs or anything like solo songs, so like Chicken Noodle Soup like won't be on here just because like that was a solo release. That wasn't like an official comeback or like an official like solo debut or something along those lines. And the third of which is only 1 song per group or artist. So I kind of just did 1 song per artist or group just to make things a bit more even. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you see me looking down a lot, it's because I have like the list on my phone, so I'm like trying to like read them. At number 10, I have Kill This Love by Blackpink. I was not even sure if I should put this on the list because I was like, yet again, this is like the second year. It's been my only song by them to choose from. So I was kind of like hesitant, and like there was a couple of songs that I liked just as much. But when I like actually sat down and like I listened to a lot of like the songs that I thought might be my top 10, like on repeat and trying to decide this list, and I decided that it does deserve to be on the list because I do jam out to it every time I hear it, but it's definitely lower on the list because it almost didn't make the cut and I didn't like it as much as I liked other songs. At number 9 is a song that my friends really disagree with me on this, but I personally enjoyed it a lot, and it's No by CLC. My friends, for some reason, well, I guess I get like the reasoning because they explained it to me, but they really just did not like that song. They preferred Devil, and just none of them were really fans of No, but for some reason I really enjoyed No. I listened to it a lot, like it was one of my like go-to songs when I was in Japan, which was just really weird and interesting. But I really enjoyed it, so I put it on the list. I really did enjoy Devil like as much as they did, but I preferred No over Devil. So they can hate on me for that, but I've already like argued with them about it. At number 8, I have my first solo artist, and it's Chungha, and I chose Gotta Go. I've been listening to this song since like January, because that's when it came out. It's actually my like top 3 of January, which was my only top 3 video that I made this year. But it's just like a really good song. I enjoyed the sound of it a lot more than I enjoyed Snapping. So that's why I chose this one over Snapping, and I've listened to it longer, but it was just such a good song, and I still hear it, and I like always like will do like part of the dance to it, so I had to put it on here. At number 7, I have yet another solo artist, and this time it's Sunmi, and I chose La La Lay. I enjoyed La La Lay a lot more than I enjoyed Noir, which is very, very weird. Because I feel like Noir was more like the style that I enjoy from Sunmi, and maybe that's why I liked La La Lay, because it was like slightly different. Like it was still very Sunmi-esque, but it was like just different enough to kind of seem like new. Whereas Noir really like reminded me of like Siren and like that type of feel. But I just really enjoyed La La Lay. I enjoyed the sound of it. I enjoyed the dance because I started learning the dance. I really, really enjoyed the fact that like she wore pigtails. Like I was obsessing over the pigtails. Like if you follow me on like some of my social media, like Instagram, or like Snapchat or something, like I literally kept like posting pictures of me in pigtails, like listening to the song, because I wear pigtails a lot, just normally on an everyday basis, and typically it's seen as childish, and Sunmi showed that it wasn't childish and that pigtails could be like adultish and sexy, and so I really enjoyed that because I'm a big fan of pigtails, and I was happy that like an adult did like pigtails in a non-cute concept. So I was really appreciative of that. Not that that has anything really to do with the song, but I still really enjoyed the song. At number 6, I put Fancy by Twice. I debated whether or not it should go higher on the list, but then I decided 6 was about the right place to put it. I really enjoyed Fancy. I listen to it all the time with my friends. I sing along to it. I dance along to it. It's a really good song, but at the time that it came out, I didn't really listen to it a lot because it came out while I was in Japan. But shortly after it came out, Breakthrough was released, and me being in Japan, I heard Breakthrough a lot more than I heard Fancy because I was in Japan. And personally, I actually would have put Breakthrough on this list if this wasn't like K-pop only, because that's technically considered J-pop because it's a Japanese only release. But I actually really enjoyed Breakthrough, and so I listened to Breakthrough a lot more than I listened to Fancy. I didn't really get into Fancy until I came back to the States. So that's kind of why I put it at 6, because I really do love it, but if I could have put Japanese on here, Breakthrough would have made the list instead of Fancy. At number 5, halfway through the list, I have Icy by ITZY. This song I kind of have a love-hate relationship with because I love it because when it came out, it became like a song that kind of like made me feel empowered, especially because it came out while I was in Japan, and it came out around the time where like I was feeling really self-conscious in Japan because like even though my style is very like inspired by like Korean or Japanese fashion, like you could still tell that I was like American, and so it was like kind of like weird because like people were always looking at me because like I was like a foreigner who like somehow managed to dress like them but also dress completely different from them, and just like the fact that like I had pink hair at the time, I even had like purple to pink hair at like sometimes and stuff, and like I just clearly didn't fit in, and this song kind of like made me feel like empowered because like it's all about like you can look at me all you want, like I don't care, I'm just gonna work it. And so I really ended up enjoying the song for that reason. I started getting the hate relationship with it when my roommate and I decided to learn it for a dance, for a like dance showcase at a anime convention, which was a really fun experience. I enjoyed it a lot. I can't wait to do it again. But it's just one of those things that when you learn like a choreography for a song, you listen to it so many times that you stop enjoying the song and you're just like, I need to just learn this choreo and like get it done with so I can stop listening to the song on repeat. And so it kind of like became like that type of song. So like if you play it, I'll still enjoy it, but I also have like war flashbacks of like trying to learn the choreo. So I thought it deserved to go at number 5 because I still like it a lot, more than I do like the ones that are lower on the list, but it's still like, it's triggering now to hear. But I felt like it really deserved to be number 5 because it did mean a lot to me. At number 4 is where we kind of start to divide, and I did not mean for this to happen, but somehow my list divided itself, so all the boy groups were at the top and all the girl groups were at the bottom, and it just ended up that way. Like, I love boy and girl groups equally. It just happened that I like these songs a lot more. But at number 4, I have Runaway / 9 3/4, whatever you want to call it, by TXT. I really enjoyed that song. I enjoyed it a lot more than I enjoyed Crown. I don't know, I feel like it just was more my aesthetic. I enjoyed how it was like kind of like a Harry Potter themed song, because I'm a super huge Harry Potter fan. I always have been. Always have been. Don't know where the accent came from. I always have been, so it was just like really, really cool to like kind of like see how that was incorporated, and I just like the vibe of the song. I really enjoyed the choreography, so I put it at number 4 because I just really liked all of like TXT's music this year. Granted, they're a new group, so it's only been this year. But I just really, really enjoyed Runaway and listened to it like so much when it first came out, and I still listen to it a lot. So I had to put that on the list. At number 3 is surprisingly another newish kind of boy group, and it's Valkyrie by ONEUS. This song also made my top 3 of January, and so I've been like listening to it non-stop like since then. It's such a good song. Like, I enjoyed their 2 comebacks that they've had since then, because Valkyrie was their debut. So I did enjoy Twilight, I did enjoy Lit, but like Valkyrie just had like that, like, it just sounded so aesthetically pleasing to me. It's like that type of vibe is just like what I enjoy in like a song. So it just resonated really, really well with me. So I had to put it on the list from that, because I just enjoyed it so much, and I still listen to it, and I still like just vibe with it hardcore. So that made the list. At number 2, I have my second favorite boy group, so it's not really a surprise that they are number 2, but it's Astro's Blue Flame. I actually debated on putting All Night on instead, because All Night has been around since January, so I've listened to it longer. It was my number 1 in my top 3 of January. So I've obviously listened to it longer than Blue Flame, which just came out this past November. But I had to give it to Blue Flame because Blue Flame is my favorite Astro comeback ever. It is so good. You can see so like how much progress they've made since they debuted, and just like the stark contrast of like how much progress they've made, and just like their talent nowadays versus like when they first debuted. Like, their choreography is more intense, their vocals are more intense, the rap is more intense, and just the fact that like this is the first fully sexy concept that they've done. Like, they started getting there way back, and I go into it more in like my reaction video to it. But like this one, like the rest kind of like snuck up and were like, hey, we're trying to be sexy. This one like slapped you in the face and was like, look at me, I'm freaking hot. And so I just really enjoyed that, because like they all just kind of owned it and were like, look at us, we're talented, we got this. And I just loved the song and listened to it probably like 2 to 3 times a day, honestly, since it's come out. So I had to put it on there because it's just such a good song. Before I get into my number 1, I just want to list off some honorable mentions, which were just songs that like almost made the cut, but then didn't, but I still feel like they deserve to be recognized because they were just songs that I listened to a lot or just really enjoyed. And they're Miro by Stray Kids, Wannabe by Golden Child, Adios by Everglow, Go Go Baby by Mamamoo, Senorita by G-Idol, and Bomb Bomb by Card. And also, Want by Taemin. And so those were just songs that I really enjoyed them, but when push came to shove, they didn't make it into the top 10, but I still really, really enjoyed them, and I highly suggest like checking them out, just because they are really great songs as well. And then finally, for my number 1, drumroll please, it's Boy With Love by BTS featuring Halsey. I don't think this came as much as a surprise, given that I am a hardcore TS fan, as you can see by literally my background behind me now, or at my apartment, or literally anywhere in my life. I'm a super huge ARMY, not surprised there. But surprisingly, I actually almost didn't put this song at number one because I love it a lot, but it's not my favorite song on the album. I definitely prefer Dionysus and think that Dionysus should have been the comeback title song, but I understand why they chose Boy With Love. But personally I did enjoy Dionysus better, so because of that kind of hesitation, I was like, I don't know if this is really deserving of my number one. But then when I looked at all the songs and stuff, I was like, somehow I don't feel like it deserves to be my number one, but at the same time, there's no song on this list so far that I've enjoyed more than Boy With Love. So I was like, okay, from the album's perspective, it's not my favorite song on the album, but compared to the other title songs I was comparing it to, it was my favorite title song, so because of that, I did give it the number one spot. But if I had included B-sides to this, I probably wouldn't have put it at number one. But as of now, it's my number one. Not too much of a surprise there. But I just really enjoyed the song. I also just really love BTS and Halsey. But yeah, so yet again, I feel like this video is a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but I don't know, I like explaining why the songs are my choices rather than just boringly giving them to you. So I hope you enjoyed. If you don't enjoy that, leave a comment down below, and next time I do a top 10, I won't bore you with my personal opinion, I guess. Also let me know down below if you want a top 10, or it might not be top 10, but maybe a top 5 of my favorite B-side tracks, because I do really enjoy listening to B-sides, and I might just make one regardless, just because, I don't know, I feel like they don't get as much recognition, and there are some really, really good B-side tracks out there. So let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and given that it's the holiday season, happy holidays. No matter what holidays you practice or what religions you believe, I just hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Spend time around loved ones, whether they are family, friends. Drink responsibly if you're partying. Just overall be safe. If you live in a snowy area like me, drive safe. Weather's a pain in the ass. Just have a wonderful holiday season and stay safe. Love you. Bye.